But welcome to the Preparedness Store. We are so excited to have you here. This is our first bread class of the year. We have bread classes coming up over the next few months, so you can watch for details on that, either on our website or else on email. My name is Mindy Schmidt. I'm the owner of the Preparedness Store. And this is Jamie Ashcraft over here, and she is with Food Dudes, and she's going to be our baker today. Ancient grains have become way more popular and have just been growing in popularity, so that's why we decided to hold this ancient grain class for you today. So we're going to be featuring Khorasan and Spelt. So Jamie is the expert on those grains, so she's going to talk to you about those. They grow those here in East Idaho, and we love being able to support our Idaho businesses and companies as much as we can. So anyway, thank you for coming. Feel free to take notes. You have the recipe we're going to make today, which is this one right here. This is for 5 loaves. And whenever I bake bread, I want to bake bread and have bread, put bread in the freezer, because if I'm going to break one, it's only a little more work to do multiples. But I did give you a copy of the recipe off of the Food Dudes website that is for 1 loaf if you ever want to do just one. So that way you won't have to do the math figuring it out. But we are going to start with the very beginning. We're going to start with our grains that we're going to be featuring. And Jamie will talk about those. We're going to demo our mills. We're going to talk about the Bosch and why Bosch makes bread making so much easier these days. And then Jamie is our bread maker, so she's going to be, she'll be showing you the ropes of everything, and I'm going to sit back and take notes just like you do. So, and if you have any questions along the way, she's going to be more than happy to help. So I want to introduce Jamie. Jamie, come on up. She's with Food Dudes. They have been growing Khorasan and Spelt in their fields up by Sugar City and Rexburg for how long?
This is a good question. At least since 2003 for the Spelt and 2018 for the Khorasan. So quite a while. We've learned what to do with them and how to grow them. It's always a work in process for how to grow them because they're very tall grains. And an ancient grain is a little bit tricky, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Lots of things to learn.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to start from the very beginning. We're going to mill, and we're going to talk about why it's important to mill your own flour. That's so healthy, so beneficial for you than anything you could ever buy in the store. So anyway, we'll let Jamie get started.
Do you want to explain any part of this, or you'll jump in?
Okay, I'll jump in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead with this. We'll explain what they are.
Okay, so the reason you want to mill, and we're going to demonstrate our mills. We carry 2 electric mills here. This is the Wonder Mill. It's been a Pocatello company for a ton of years. It used to be called the Magic Mill when it was in Salt Lake. And Wonder Mill purchased it, changed the name to Wonder Mill over Magic Mill. And they didn't have any kids to take over. The couple was ready to retire. They just sold it. The company is moving east, sadly. But if you've ever heard of Becker's Bread, Sue Becker, she's super famous for bread. She's a nutritionist and has some scientific background on why milling your own grains is so important. They are the company that bought this. So very reputable company that they bought this and will be distributing the Wonder Mill. Any electric mills right now are so hard to get. People are just catching on to the importance of milling your own flour. Literally, I got 20 Wonder Mills in just a few weeks ago, and they disappeared in 2 weeks. And I get these in. This is the Nutri-Mill. This is the one I own. Jamie owns this one. We carry both in the store. The Nutri-Mills are also just as hard to get. Nutri-Mill is the distributor for Bosch in the United States. They're in St. George. Bosch is still a German company. We'll talk about that. They've been making Bosches since the 1950s. They do look different now than they did back in the 1950s. They're also a little more powerful. So I want to show you, I'm going to pass these around that you guys can look at while I talk about them. Okay, so I'm going to pass these around. You can pass them down your rows and then share with the back row when you're done. This shows you everything that is in that tiny little grain of wheat. And this shows you what they take out to get to that pretty white flour that we are so used to buying in the store. And you'll notice they take out the middlings, they take out the wheat germ, they take out the oil, they take out everything to get to that pretty white flour. So when they take all that stuff out, what are they also taking out? Nutrients. All the nutrients. So they started doing this back about 1920, and that's when women started really going into the workplace more. And this became easier for women to go into the stores, buy their flour instead of having to mill it. Because back then, if they had electric mills, they were really bad, or they just had to mill it by hand. So you can pass those up to the front when you're done and just stack them up here. So when they first started doing this to get to this pretty white flour, and then they started selling it, you know, to the public across the United States, people were getting a disease called rickets, which is a bone disease. And so then they finally figured out, oh, we've taken all this nutrition out that was causing rickets. So what they started to do then is artificially putting in just enough nutrients back in to the flour so people didn't get rickets. And it has stayed that way for over 100 years now. So you are not getting all the nutrition. It's artificial nutrition. People don't get rickets anymore. But over the generations of 100 years now, we have seen an increase in diabetes and people being gluten intolerant, just gluten insensitive, a lot of digestive disorders that people have. And most of it stems to this. If you start incorporating this in your bread and mill your own flour, one of the things that Bread Becker's talks about, she says she noticed that people, just different ailments that they've had have just been cleared up just because we have the grain. So when the scriptures say that this is the staff of life, it really, really is. That's why it's important to mill your own. So I just wanted to share that with you on the importance of milling your own flour. Electric mills make it so much easier now, and they're so much quieter. I have, like I said, the Nutri-Mill. I also have a hand mill. It's in my emergency stash. I will take advantage of electricity as long as I have it, and then I'll pull out my hand mill.
Me too.
So, all right, go right ahead.
Okay. So we're going to talk specifically today about Spelt and Khorasan. They're two ancient grains, two of the ancient grains. There's several ancient grains out there. You may have heard of Khorasan before. Khorasan is also known as kamut, but kamut is a brand name, and most people don't realize that. So if you read on the packaging, it says kamut, and then it has the little trademark thing, and then it says a Khorasan type grain. So we have chosen to go down our own path and not worry about the registrations and the certifications and the trademark fees and all those things. But we grow it just as healthy and clean and good as anything. In fact, I had a lady, should I tell this story about the lady this morning? She came and bought some grain before I came here this morning, and she says, can I muscle test? And I don't know how familiar you are with muscle testing, but you hold the thing and see if it affects you. I'm not that good at muscle testing. But she held the grain and she did her little test thing on it, and she says, oh, this is cleaner than and better than the ones that I was getting at the other place. And I won't say the other place right now because I don't want to badmouth anybody, but we can talk about that later if you really want. But she was so happy with it. She knew it was clean. She could tell just from her muscle testing that they were both fabulous. And that's what we strive to do, is just grow a good grain that doesn't have a lot of chemicals that people are worried about, doesn't have a lot of issues. And the best part about using ancient grains is it's easier to digest. And it's a simpler chromosome structure, so your body can process it easier, which is why a lot of gluten insensitive people can eat it, even if they have problems with any other grain. So I hope all that makes sense. So we are going to mill some grain. We're going to jump into this recipe, and that's why you came here, right? Okay, so let's do it. I did, for future reference, I did bring some of our nasty, just kidding, our fabulous Khorasan white all-purpose Khorasan flour. And the reason it's white is because not everybody has a mill. So it makes it more shelf-stable, but it's also more digestible. So people who are learning, and it's kind of a stepping stone. So you start with this, and then or maybe you call it like the gateway drug, right? You start with this, and then you move on to the good stuff, the healthier stuff. And I use them both. I use them both all the time. And especially after I mill, this holds 9 cups of flour. I use this because I don't want to mill some more. It's my lazy moment. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. If I need more flour, we're going to use that. Yes.
Can you mix it with, say, einkorn?
Absolutely. Yeah. You can. The best part about this recipe that we're going to talk about today is it's super versatile. You don't have to just use it for Khorasan and Spelt. You can use it for hard white wheat. You can use it for einkorn. You can use it for anything. And my favorite thing to do is to mix my grains. I love to mix at least 2 or 3 grains in whatever I'm making, and it just makes it so much better. And you get the rise, and they play really nicely together. Sometimes I'll even throw in barley. And my sister-in-law, who's gluten-free, sometimes I make her a bean rice tapioca bread with this recipe and add some xanthan gum and some other weird stuff for gluten-free. Yeah. So, I mean, it's super versatile. You can play a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Today we're gonna do probably a little bit more Khorasan because I love Khorasan. Khorasan is more of a buttery sweet flavor, and Spelt is kind of a little more hearty, rich, nutty flavor. So very good. If I use Spelt by itself, it tends to be a little bit heavy and crumbly, but that's because that's the way it is. It works really good in sourdough though. And
Yeah.
I love it in sourdough. Yes.
It does work. It takes a little bit longer.
Takes a little longer.
I just live up in the foothills, so even from down here, my altitude up there is a little bit different. So sometimes it doesn't work out really well.
Yeah, you have to know your altitude when you're baking a little bit. So yeah, absolutely. But I love it in sourdough. We're not talking a lot about sourdough today, but I do use a little bit of this and a little bit of that and some other grains or some other flour too. Yes.
Right now, when I'm making bread, I'm using just the hard white. I'm sort of a little soft white with it.
Uh-huh.
I use the Khorasan totally instead of the hard white.
Oh yeah, totally. Do any of you have any digestive issues or a little intolerance to just regular wheat, hard white, hard red?
Okay.
Okay, so this is where ancient grains come in because they are way more tolerable than that. So my daughter, just a little story, she went with some girlfriends less than a year ago to Italy. One of her girlfriends, totally gluten-free. She cannot eat anything with gluten in it here in the United States. They went to Italy. Italy has had no hybridized GMO anything to their wheat, and she could eat whatever she wanted. So, but they do not let their wheat go out of Italy.
They're very protective.
Yeah, they are very protective. That's why ancient grains are becoming more popular here in the United States.
And yeah, they're phenomenal. Just because there's simpler chromosome structure is so much easier on your body.
I always tell people they're exactly how God made them.
Yeah. Okay, are we ready to do this?
Yes. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Because I used some of that
Khorasan.
all-purpose flour to make pancakes this morning. In fact, I made the pancake recipe on the back of the package. My grandkids loved it. I have a 7-year-old granddaughter at 4 years old was taken off of gluten. So I'm trying to get her back on, and the first time I gave her a piece of bread that was not so good, she devoured it. And she went and played. She came back and she goes, Grandma, I don't have a headache. I don't have a bellyache. I don't have a rash. I'm not itchy. So whenever I make the bread, she is just like right there.
Whenever you use Khorasan,
Yeah.
she can use
But
it. Yeah.
how do you use just that all-purpose? Like
This?
if you wanted to make it into a bread, I've tried making some of this, so what's the difference, I guess?
So the quick trick with Khorasan is use 25% less flour than what your recipe calls for. And you can make anything. You can make cookies, you can make pies, you can make cakes, you can make all of it.
Okay.
So
So
start with 25% less.
Do you just use them the same though? I mean, I've been milling my Khorasan trying to make.
Yeah. And this isn't quite 25% less because I forget to measure. But
So with that one, it would be 25%.
with this one, it's 25%. With the whole grain, it's close. But it's always a starting point. And, you know, if your cookies, you don't want to have them really sticky. So if you're going to make cookies, whole wheat cookies, and that's great, then you just make sure it's not sticky when it's done. You add just a touch more flour. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's more of a guideline and a starting point, but that 25% is a magic number, and it really is a good starting point.
Thank you. I thought you added more fresh ground flour.
Depends on your grain.
Okay. Okay, but so with this one.
With this one, it's just really water absorbent. You just start with 25% less, and then add as you need it. Cooking is an art. You guys, when I first started making whole wheat bread, I cried. Should I tell you that? I called my mother and I cried on the phone. I'm like, Mom, this is stupid. I don't know how to make bread. And she's like, okay, honey, start with the white. I mean, it was the gateway. It was okay. Start with white flour, practice with that, and then move on to the whole wheat. And it's a total art. And I'm like, okay, I can make bread now. And look at me, I'm teaching classes now. So, right? Who knew? Okay,
awesome.
Are we ready to do this? Let's do this. I'm going to use the Wonder Mill because that's what I'm used to. I love it. Do you guys know how it works? You put the grain in here, it goes through this little teeth grinder thing, and then it ends up in here. Pretty simple and easy. And I always have to make sure, sorry, habits.
No,
You
you're
gotta
fine.
always make sure this is on in the right spot.
Yes.
Otherwise
Otherwise,
you
you'll get flour everywhere.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all it is, and I'm sure you can't see me anymore. You just hook this up, plug it in, and we're ready to go. And we are plugged in.
About the Nutri-Mill, 'cause that's what I bought.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to the Nutri-Mill because we're gonna mill some of this. We'll mill some spelt in here.
Oh, are we? Okay,
Yeah.
fabulous. Let's do it. These mills can handle, this Khorasan is a really big grain, really just long grain. It can handle any of your grains. They cannot do oily, like flaxseed, don't do it. Don't do nuts, don't do anything that's oily. But anything that's dry, it'll be able to handle it.
When you buy this, it does give you a list of what you can do and what you can't do, both of these mills.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as I'm doing it, I'm kind of watching for weird things. So every once in a while you get a weird thing, and this is just chaff.
That's
it's
a hole,
okay.
yeah, hole.
It could go through. It's not going to hurt your mill, but if you want to pull it out, that's okay too. So most of the time the grain is pretty clean, and you just double check and make sure there's not an accidental rock or something that came through, because that does not go through your grain mill very well. Okay?
Okay.
And then
All right.
let's do
How many cups?
5.
5 cups of spelt. Okay.
Yeah. Did I just do 5 of these? I forgot what I did.
Okay. Now in the Wonder Mill, they recommend that you turn the mill on before you pour the grains in. On the Nutri-Mill, you don't have to do that. Whatever they've done, they say you don't have to turn it on first. This is a hopper that sits on top, so you can fill it up as much as you want, and then this is the bowl that it goes into. 5?
Yeah. Can you see that in the mirror? It's so pretty. Typically, I put all of my grain in the same mill. It's gonna go in the same bowl anyway, so who cares? But this will also show you what it looks like as fresh ground flour, and it's beautiful.
Okay. Okay, on this one also, you have to make sure that the cup is on, or you will get flour everywhere. And also, since this is, yeah, you'll only ever do it once. If you do it again, you'll really kick yourself. And then it also has a yes and no. You have to push the bowl all the way in so you see the yes. If you don't, you will be having massive cleanup in your kitchen. Okay, and then we're gonna turn that on. This will mill fine to coarse. Same for that one. That one says pastry, bread, and coarse. And this one you can adjust as you go.
Once in a while it spits, so I like to cover it so it doesn't actually kick back and hit me.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm covering lightly.
When this gets down to the end, then it'll start, like grains will pop out.
pulled the plug a little too soon, but it's okay, it's done. All right, where are we putting this? Right here on the corner?
Yep. I'll set it over here.
All right, so the Khorasan, when it's done, it's got this beautiful yellow color. And yellow is a very natural, it's what it's supposed to look like. So when you cook with fresh milled Khorasan, it kind of turns your stuff a little bit yellow. Oh, thank you.
I like to use a pastry brush just to brush off the excess flour.
Because we want to use all of the flour. Why waste it?
And there's some flour that will collect in the cup, and you can dump that out and use that too.
Okay, can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Okay, and there was a question about, do I always mill my flour fresh? Yes, pretty much I do. If I ever have extra flour or I want to have some extra whole wheat flour on hand, I have a Ziploc bag in my freezer. It's easy to pull out, dip out, throw it in, whatever. It doesn't have to thaw. It's just there when I need it. So most of the time, whatever I mill, I'm going to use.
And when you do mill and use it right away, you are capturing 100% of the nutrients. The longer your flour sits, it oxidizes. Oxygen is a destroyer of nutrition. So the longer it sits out, the fewer nutrients it has when you go to use it again. Yes. You can keep it in a Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber, or if you keep it in the freezer, that will help it as well.
Yeah.
Yes, even if it sits on the shelf for a week after you mill it, still better than the store-bought.
Isn't that so pretty?
You'll see this is a little different color.
It's a totally different color. So when I mill them together, I have this brown, I don't know how to describe that. It's gorgeous brown, but then I have the yellow underneath. I'm like, oh, I made it to the Khorasan now. So this is the spelt flour. Do you love that? Just kind of a whitish brownish,
It's
but
pretty.
that's just it's just the type of grain that it is. Compared to the Khorasan, I'm just going to try really hard not to drop these. Yeah, that would be fun, right in your lap. Okay, so we're just going to use these, make our bread. Tell me what to do about water.
Oh, let me go get you some water. Here, we'll take this off.
Okay. Okay, your job today is to make sure I don't miss any ingredients, okay? But we are gonna do kind of just the basics. So, I'm gonna rearrange things here. Let's just talk about our ingredients here for just a second. We have 6 1/3 cups water. I use anywhere from 6 cups to 6 1/3. It's really flexible. It's okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna use a SAF yeast. I love this one because it just works really well. It's an instant yeast. And I usually kind of just I add it first. I don't add it with the flour. I let it activate even though I know it's an instant yeast. It's just how I do it and it works great. Okay? Right? It'll be okay. Yeah, it's very flexible. And so I love this. This is my most favorite yeast ever. I'm pretty sure you can buy it here. Most of this stuff you can get here, which is the best because it's kind of hard to find. Dough enhancer, I ran out. I need to stop here and get some more. But she has some, so we're going to use it. Dough enhancer is just going to increase the shelf life of your bread. So it just helps it not mold quite as fast. It adds a little bit of citric acid, and it improves the texture of your bread. Does that make sense? Okay, so easy. We have 2 options we can use. We're going to use the powdered honey today, or you can use regular honey. I typically use regular honey, but they sell the powdered honey here, and it's super easy. It doesn't crystallize. It's already fabulous. And you just use it, same conversion ratio, whatever's listed on your recipe. Okay. We have salt in here, just plain old salt. My brother's got me converted to avocado oil. Are you all converted?
Never tried it.
It's actually really good and it helps bake really good. It's just good for you. It's not a seed oil. Seed oils are getting a bad name right now because of all the digestive health issues that they're causing. So I really do love avocado oil. And then we have some flaxseed. We're going to add that because we can. You don't have to. The samples that you're going to try right now, or here in a little bit, they don't have flaxseed in them. But there's a whole list of things that you can add if you want. If you want it to be more healthy, you need a little more digestive help, add some flaxseed. And you barely even know what's in there. You can add millet. You can add 6 or 9 grain. Let me think about all the extra things. You can add, there's cracked grain, and it just makes it kind of that Ezekiel bread, but it just makes it easier. You just kind of throw it in, and this recipe is super easy. You can do it or not, and it still turns out. It's magical, amazing. What else is on here that's optional? Except that's my secret ingredient. You can leave it out, but it helps the texture so that it's just a little bit softer. In fact, the bread, I made a whole bunch of bread in December, and I took it to the indoor farmers market with the Idaho Falls Farmers Market. I'm part of that. And I made it, sold it, and I had one guy call me and said, "Hi, do you sell that bread anywhere?" And I said, "No, not really. I only make it for special, I don't make it for selling all the time. I just don't do that. I don't have enough time and energy and whatever. Make your own bread. That's why I'm teaching you how to make your bread." But he's like, "I don't think I can wait another 52 weeks for that bread. Could you please, how do I get some of that bread?" And he says, it was the softest. Even when you made toast, like the outside was just crusty a little bit, but the inside was just toasty and soft. And it was how can I get some more bread? Anyway, I'm like, okay, I'll make you a batch. And I made him a whole batch and said, "Here, go put it in your freezer and use it as you want, whatever." Anyway, he was so happy to get bread. And I told him about this class. I'm like, "I'll teach you how to make bread so that you can make your own." But that is, I think, my secret ingredient. And okay, this is what it is. Mashed potato flakes. It has to be the flakes. You can use the pearls, but you have to run them through a blender first and pulverize those pearls. Okay, so you want them to be easily dissolved. Mashed potato flakes. This is from the plant in Ryrie.
We sell mashed potato flakes here too, in cans.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Get them from her. It's easier. That's it. So this is exactly,
Do you
yes.
use that in all your breads or just this one specifically?
Just this one specifically. Just this sandwich bread.
Okay.
I don't use it in my sourdough. I mean, I could, but I don't have to look. This is actually 6 1/3, right?
6 2/3, sorry. A little less.
Yeah.
When you between the powdered honey and the regular honey, does that affect hydration depending on which one you use?
I actually don't use it much, so let's
So
ask you.
I use powdered honey when I bake bread all the time. And anything that I've used powdered honey in, like in baking, it measures the same as honey, it tastes the same, and there's been no difference in the hydration in it at all. And I've had like other bread makers, like in my classes last year, I had them use the powdered honey when they made it, and they said, no difference at all. So but we haven't had an ancient grain class, so I don't know about
I'm
that.
sure it's fine. We're going to test it. I'll know later today. Okay? So that was yeast. Your recipe says 3 tablespoons. It can go anywhere from 2 to 3. It's really flexible. And then my favorite part about this recipe is it's all kind of like the same measurements, so I can remember it. Dough enhancer, we're going to use 2 tablespoons.
Dough enhancer is amazing for any kind of bread that you make. We do sell it here. It gives you better elasticity. It gives you a really nice rise too on your bread. Love it.
It is open.
Yep.
Okay, we are going to do 2/3 cup honey or
Avocado oil.
oil. We just talked through all of our ingredients while you were helping get the water. So we're just going to throw it all in now.
They're finding that seed oils are not so good for you. So I switched to avocado oil in my bread and no difference in the flavor.
No difference in the flavor.
Yeah.
It does a good texture, and it's
It's really good.
fabulous.
And it's healthier.
What about butter?
I've never tried butter in my,
I use butter for some
Yeah.
recipes, but I don't in this one. I'm sure you could use it. I use it in lots of other ones, and it works. So I'm sure it's fine. Why did I do that one first? I don't know. I need a new cup.
Okay. What size?
What am I doing? I
What
don't know.
size?
2/3 or 1/3. Or what am I doing? Honey powder. That's what I'm doing.
Here's 2/3.
We're going to try the honey powder.
Yeah.
Okay. Straight up 2/3.
It's not as pretty. Yep, straight up
That's
2/3.
Okay. Here we go. Honey powder. I'll know later today how this works. It'll be great. I'm sure it's fine. Even in, ooh, I smelled it. I can smell the honey.
This is great for storage. So when I was in my 20s and I had a beekeeper and he says, hey, I'll make you a really great deal on some honey. And I said, okay. So I bought several 5-gallon buckets of honey. It was awesome. And
Oh, dear.
not that much later, I had 5-gallon bricks.
Oh, no.
Yep. Kept it for a long time, but I thought I'm never going to be able to chisel honey out of here, melt it. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's what I've learned too. Yeah.
So,
Mashed potato flakes. Dump it in. The end. It's fabulous. You don't have to worry about the extra hydration. Doesn't matter. It's all good. And how much flaxseed do I normally put in? 1 whole cup? Wow. All right.
says, yeah. 1 cup of
forgot.
flax.
All right. We'll do just under a cup just because I haven't used flaxseed in a while. We got to work up to it again. Okay. No, salt. I'm going to put that here so I don't forget it. Did I get everything else? I think so.
I think so.
I think so. You can use it or not. So I'm not today, but it just makes it.
Yeah, the 7-grain
There's a
cracked
7
cereal
grain.
is in the recipe. You can use 6 grain, you can use
Super
9
optional.
grain, you can just use cracked wheat. It just gives it some texture, a little more nutrition,
Do you want me to
nutritional
use
value.
it? Except you won't be eating this bread. I am. You get
Yeah,
that bread.
you get this bread. We get the bread that was baked last
It'll
night.
be fine. Yes. Okay. So from here, all I'm going to do is layer some layer flour on top. I'm like, how do I show the video? I don't know. Sorry.
So I put in the
Sorry,
recipe,
video.
add 3 cups of whole grain flour, because that's just what normally I do.
Okay.
And then let it make a sponge.
Oh, well.
Mix it, but you do whatever.
Because if you've got your camera pointed to the mirror,
Yeah, it wasn't wide enough to do that, but I thought about it. We'll show them later. It'll figure it out. So basically, I'm going to do a little bit of each. Oh, I'm not counting. Does anybody care to count? You're in charge. You pay attention to how many flour things I add. Ish, 4-ish. Mostly I'm covering the water. Okay? That's my goal. Cover the water. That's 7? Okay. And I always have to do the salt now or I forget it, and it's an ugly problem if you forget it. So you just do
It may
2
not be enough
tablespoons.
in there.
I think we're going to be
Okay,
really
great.
close.
There
Really
you go.
close. It's right on, actually. Perfect. Okay, 2 tablespoons on top just so you don't forget it. And I've talked long enough. I'm not worried about my yeast working. It started to bubble a little bit down there before I added the flour. You have to make sure this is on, and I don't like this on. And you just turn it on and let it go. So it's going to get noisy for a minute. Hopefully we can still have a little bit of conversation, but we'll just mix the flour. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, my favorite thing is to just watch it mix. And I like a thick, soupy mix right now. So as long as it's thick and soupy and doing its thing, I let it start to build gluten.
Yeah, just push
Yes.
it, then they can see that.
Yes, I can. How's that? So far, so good? Okay, while that's mixing, show what's going on, right? So thick and soupy is what we like right now. This is running just on a number 1. I love the Bosch. It makes bread making so much easier. And with this patented dough hook, you don't have to rise twice. Their big thing is you only have to let it rise once, throw it in the oven, and we're done. Makes my life and your life easier, right? Okay, it looks good. Like thick, soupy, can you see that? I'm ready to add more flour because I don't like to wait around for a long time. I turned it up. Yeah, I turned it up 1 notch just to make it keep going, like keep the kneading going. And I just bang it against my hand to dump it in. right now, I never have these separated, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But we're just gonna dump until they're gone. Or maybe we ground too much, who knows?
Now, with the ancient grains, do you watch for the dough to pull away from the edge of the bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are most of you experienced bread makers? How many of you make bread? Okay, so you know about pulling away from the sides and you watch, okay. It's okay. Maybe you want to come watch closer? We're here for you too.
So the Bosch kneads and folds your bread dough for you. So what you're watching for in this part is for the dough to actually pull away from the sides of the bowl. The dough, when it gets enough flour, it'll just all be in the center and won't be on the sides.
This is why I never know how much. I just like, okay, there's a little left. I'll just dump it in. I don't know how much I actually add. And my cups are not always quite full. Ready to dump. Okay, it's starting to pull away from the sides. Can you see that? But I'm not super happy with it yet because it's not there yet. So now I'm gonna go to my cheater flour to finish it off because I don't want to mill more. Actually, yesterday I had to stop because I totally ran out of flour in my bucket. I'm like, oh, I gotta go find more. I could have milled more, but whatever.
And what I like to do is I like to, at least when one batch of bread, I like to mill a whole bunch of extra flour and I'll throw the rest of it in the freezer. So then when I make my next batch and I'm short on flour, I can pull it out of the freezer.
It's a great idea. I should work on that more. Okay, this is starting to pull away, and I don't need to add a ton of more flour. Oh, I'm yelling now. Okay, I have this really. Do you have these?
We do.
I love this thing. It's just like super stiff, hard, whatever, and it.
You get it with your Bosch.
Yeah. I think I got it as a bonus something or other, but
Oh, nice.
I love it. And I just make sure everything is going to get mixed in.
She wants to look at it.
Come on over.
Yeah, if,
You'll be in
if
the
anybody
video.
wants to come get a close look.
Come see where we're at.
I have a Bosch and I've never used it.
What?
Yeah.
It's
'cause
time.
I'm scared. I've never made
The
it.
Bosch is the best.
So it is looking a little sticky,
It
right?
makes bread
Yeah,
making
we're not
easy.
quite ready.
Well, I
So-
mean,
Yeah.
because that's my issue.
Yes.
Is like, did I put enough? Did not enough?
Actually, it's not sticking to my fingers too bad. I'm going to add just a touch more flour, but we're getting really close.
I
Did you wash your hands? Then we're good. Touch it. Okay, so oh, you got stock. It's yours.
Now you get to eat it. That's my granddaughter.
I've only been doing this 2.5 months, so I'm just,
Wow.
Well, it's good to take
Welcome.
a class.
Glad you're
The
here.
worst thing that can happen is that you make flatbread.
oh,
so,
I have.
yeah.
I have.
Just keep drying.
Okay. So the other thing I like to do is kind of play with it, let it rest for a minute, and then just let it breathe so that it can soak up some of that water. I'm not scared of letting it sit here for just a minute. But it, like I told you, these grains are very water absorbent, so it's going to soak in some of that moisture, and then I can actually tell how sticky it really is. So it's okay to sit here for just a minute and figure out where I put my lid. Put that back on so we don't make a huge mess. Okay, and as we start it up again, it's still sticking to the sides a little bit, so I'm going to add just a touch more, but not a lot. And then I'm just going to watch it, and I love the Bosch because it kind of builds up over top of the middle dough hook. And when I know that, then it's building more strength. Kind of reminds me of potter's clay. I wish I was a potter. You know, I could mold it. And I just wanted to clean off that. There's a middle section right around that middle that's just a strip and leaving that. So that's why I'm adding just a touch more. I've just added maybe a tablespoon more at a time. And at this point, you're going by texture and by touch and by feel. And there it's building. Can you see that? It's building up and over the top. My poor video people, sorry. Okay, I'm just about done. I'm happy with that. So I barely used, I don't even know what I used. Not much of the cheater flour, right? But it's handy to have on hand. All right, and while that's kneading for just another minute, I'm gonna get stuff ready. And I'm gonna move a couple sensitive things so I don't bump them and make a mess. This is how I cook. I'm like, okay, I don't like to just stand here and watch it, so I keep myself busy so I give it enough time to do its thing.
So do you have a set time you let it mix for?
Sometimes I look at the clock. No, I don't. Which is why by the time I'm done cleaning up, then I think, okay, look at that. It's building up more. Can you see that? Okay, we're gonna go like, oh, never mind. We're kind of stuck to the counter. See? Okay. So, and then I'll touch it and look, it's not sticking to my fingers anymore. It's stuck to your fingers. It didn't stick to mine. So I'm sticking down there a little bit more than I like it to. So here we go. Touch more. Just a touch.
So on your recipe, it says 7 cups of flour, but you put 5 in, and then after you mill it, then you have more. Right?
Yes. So it's 7 cups is the starting to cover the liquid, kind of.
So from milk,
From the mill.
from the grain.
I did 10. I did 10 in the.
You did 5 and 5.
Yes.
Yes.
So when you're talking in your recipe, you're talking about the already milled flour, right?
Yes.
So you get more from
When it's actually the same weight, but the volume, because it's freshly milled, the volume is a little more fluffy.
So usually when I mill wheat, 6 cups of wheat berries will give me about 10 cups of flour.
But if you
This
let
may
it-
be different,
Yeah,
but that's
that's what
just
we're getting
regular
at.
wheat. Yeah.
But if you weigh it and you're going by grams, it's going to be the same grams.
Yeah, which is why you'll see a lot of bread recipes that are measured in grams of weight.
Okay, I forgot I was going to keep mixing this, but we can keep talking if you want. Okay, I just bumped it up to 3, setting 3. You don't go to 4, you just go to 3. I read that somewhere. I don't know where. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that's what it looks like. I'm pretty sure you can do the window pane thing, but I'm not good at it. Look at that. Okay, but I keep ripping it, so maybe it's not really ready. All right. And with the ancient grains, I try to leave it just a barely sticky when I'm kneading it and when I'm shaping it. The best part about using the Bosch is you don't have to knead it, rise it, knead it, shape it, and then be done. So right now, we're just going to shape it and throw it into loaf pans and then bake it after it's risen enough and we're done. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Does that
makes
make
bread
your life
making
better?
so much easier. So much easier. I wish I had known about the Bosch when I was raising my kids, because all I ever fed them was store-bought bread. And then when I learned about the Bosch, I was like, oh my gosh, if I had had the Bosch when I was raising my kids, I totally would have been making bread because of how easy it is.
Okay, it's not sticking to my fingers. I'm looking good. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm making a big pile there.
So you just, using the Bosch, you just mix it, put it in your pans, let it rise.
Yes,
Pretty much.
yes, yep.
It's gonna be okay. You can do this. Okay.
Okay. All right. Now normally Jamie
I don't know about this, so.
She puts oil on her counter, okay? And that's what I used to do too. And then Nutrimilk came out with these silicone dough mats. They're awesome. So before I brought them into the store, I said, I want to try one. And so when I made bread, then I put my bread on here, does not stick. I don't have to use oil. It has, measurements on here that you can get nice, even loaves when you cut your dough. So we're going to try it on here.
We're going to get even loaves because it measures it? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
because
saying?
you can spread it out and pat it out, and then you can.
This is going to be
Yeah.
fun. I haven't tried this before,
Yeah.
so I'm excited.
Can you use that for pie dough also?
Yes, you can.
So I have a Pampered Chef one. Is it a similar product or do you
I don't know if it's. This is just a nice thick silicone. I really like this, and it has the measurements, so it might be similar. Yeah. Yeah, but I
That's
do
what I
really,
normally
really
do.
like this. I love this, actually.
The other thing we love is
Bake
bake
clean.
clean. Bake clean.
Bake clean.
And the best part about this is it doesn't have soy. Most sprays have soy, but it also is like amazing release. It's amazing coverage. It's designed especially for baking.
And it does not leave sticky residue in your pans, which is
And
so
if anything calls for what is it called? Like
Like
oil,
the
oil
vegetable
and
spray,
flour.
yeah, whatever.
This is
Yeah.
your oil flour together. So you don't even have to flour your pan. Remember. Yes. Yes. This is your magic. Anyway, I do love it. And I have this one and I have another one that I just love. And I always spray my hands.
Yeah.
And where can you find that?
Is it not spraying?
It doesn't like me.
Yeah. Might be plugged.
Where can you find that spray?
She says it.
We carry it. Yeah. You're not going to find this like in the stores. Just use that.
I'll just use this for
Okay.
now. But this is my other one that I love that's made by the same people. But this one's ultra hard to find. Let me know if you are dying and need some.
Wow,
I know
it's
how to.
really not.
I know how to get you some.
This is Vegeline. We used to carry Vegeline made by the same company, but I have found I like the Bake Clean better
I
than
like
the
them both.
Vegeline. Yeah. That's just my personal opinion. So. This is an all-purpose use also. I mean, this is what I used before I tried this of theirs, and this one kind of has some flour in it. I mean, so I liked it better. And this one,
She does more baking.
no, I probably don't than you. But I don't know. I just like this one better than this. This has been around a really long time. And then they came out with this, and then so they've made it harder to get this. So, but this is, yeah,
I got connections. If you need,
yeah.
if you're dying, but
Oh,
this
I'm
one's
so
amazing.
bummed this isn't
I have a niece
spraying.
that has soy allergies, so I always have to make sure I bake with this one when she comes to visit.
Yeah.
So, okay, Bosch. The best part about the new Bosches are you just go like this and it comes right off. And then you have to figure out how to get the hook out,
That's always fun.
which is not that hard, but I like to clean it off now because then I don't have to clean it off later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to play up here with some dough and you guys can just watch me for a minute and it'll be fine. And then it's got this cool little attachment thing. It just helps the dough not, like the middle part of the dough get kneaded around. I know that was a really technical term, but I am really good with my words. Oh, good. We're talking the same language. That's good. So, and sometimes it has a little dough or flour left in there. We'll just knead that in. It's fine. Why waste it? This is my, anxiety cleaning everything off.
This is a dough hook extender. That's what it's called. It just, if you're making
knows the real
smaller
terms.
batches, it keeps the dough from climbing up the neck of the bowl. This is a very big batch. This is going to do 5 loaves of bread. So,
Easily.
But it also helps it to get kneaded and folded. You put this in first and then your dough hook on top of it. Yep. These are only for this model of Bosch. If you have an older model, then the stem is not as tall, so you can't use this. And you do get one of these free when you buy a Bosch from us.
And now you just got to work the dough out of the bowl. It's a lot of dough, isn't it fun? It means I don't have to make bread for a week at least.
I do 2 loaves and that's good for.
Well, then you'll be set for a month. Okay, there's still a bunch in the bottom.
You just throw it in the freezer for your bread?
I let it cool sufficiently, throw it in a bread bag, and throw it in the freezer till I'm ready to use it.
And you slice it when you pull it out of the
Yeah.
freezer?
Yeah, let it thaw for a couple hours, and it,
doesn't make it dry?
not this one. Nope, I do not have that problem. And my kids hardly know the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, there's so much dough in here, and it's a little bit sticky in the middle. So we're just, wiping it. Can you sit better on the... All right, I'll quit. I'll quit playing with it. There you go. I don't know what this is gonna do. Oh, I don't know. If I
Oh,
like it.
it's
Oh,
doing
it's
good.
not awful. I can't help myself.
I thought it was doing good.
It's doing great, but I just want to make sure. And I need more on my hands. And you just kind of play with it and say, okay, yeah, I think that's great. Can you tell I'm a super pro?
So if you felt like you need more flour, could you put that in now or is it too late?
You could. Do you know how to knead? Yeah. It's fine. You could, if you really wanted to, sprinkle a little flour around and knead it in. Do I need to teach you how to knead flour bread, or you? Really?
I've never.
What you're doing right there.
This, I'm playing with it right now while I'm talking to you. We're gonna scoot this over. This really is nice, actually. Okay, but I didn't take my ring off. I never do. To knead bread, all you do is I fold and push to the center. Fold, center, and you could do this with the palm of your hand and just push it and move it and knead it and build the strength. That's all you're doing is building the strength. The only thing is this moves
Because we got flour under it.
because we got stuff all over. So I'm just going to hold it steady while I'm pushing and kneading. This is all you do to knead. Fold, push, yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't make this kind of bread because I just make it white like I was telling you earlier. I don't knead it outside of my mixer because I let the Bosch do the kneading
Yeah.
for me.
I don't need it either. This
So
is
with
just demo.
this, do we need two on here?
Nope.
No, she's just
No.
showing you how.
I'm playing around.
If you want to. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that part.
No, it's okay. That's a great question. Mostly I'm playing around right now, showing just because it's a demonstration. I do not need to knead the bread. Okay? What?
My wrist is getting tired.
Just watching.
Just watching.
Yeah. No, right now,
When you said build strength, I thought you were talking about your muscles.
this already did it. Yeah. I'm just doing my exercises.
So I had a gentleman come in a little over a year ago, and he was on oxygen. He's very old. He is in his 80s. Sorry if you're in your 80s and I said you're very old. He was upper 80s. He had always made his own bread. But anyway, his heart was failing. And so his doctor said, and he kneaded by hand all the time. And his doctor said, you cannot do that anymore. So he came in and he bought a Bosch for himself for his birthday so he could still make his bread and he wouldn't have to exert himself kneading it. So, and he was so excited to get a Bosch and still be able to make his homemade bread.
All right, I'm pretending I know what I'm doing with this mat. I laid it out a little bit flat so that I could, guess about every 2 inches that was the right size of bread. I have the most mismatched bread loaf pans. That's great. But I just learned today, maybe for my birthday, I need some new bread pans. I'll let you
This
talk.
is my personal favorite bread pan. I love this. They're 3 different sizes, and we carry all 3 different sizes, and we sell a lot of these. I like it because you can see, like, I've had bread pans like this size, you might too, and they kind of make a wider, squattier loaf.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
That's what I have some days.
So I don't even use these anymore. When I started using these, the bread, it rises nice. You bake it, and you have like regular sandwich size bread. And these have just been perfect. We get a lot of people who make bread for a living, and they come in and they'll get these. There is one that's longer, which is great if you're going to make a French bread. This is a 10-inch size, and then there's also an 8-inch size that are smaller. We have people that make bread for farmers markets and things like that, and they buy the 8-inch because you can fit more of those in your oven. So, but I can fit, my typical whole wheat bread that I make, makes 4 loaves at a time. And so 4 fits in super nice in an oven of this size. So I love this size. Love this. So this is my favorite.
I wish I could take it home with me, but I can't.
Yeah.
Also, like when I bought those last year when you had the bread class,
Yeah.
it changes how your bread is.
Yeah.
Like it's higher. I've had people say, "What'd you do to your bread?"
I know.
It's different. It's just the pan.
I don't know. It just it allows
makes
it to make a
rise.
nice rise. Yeah. These are so nice.
So all I'm doing right now is shaping. So do you need lessons on shaping? And I cut these 2 to make 3 because I have these cute little baby portion size pans. They're kind of ugly. That doesn't affect the bread. It just is ugly. Sorry. That's what I
So
got.
how do you shape your bread?
So watch. This is all I do. I go like this. Can you see in the mirror? Well,
Move forward. Yeah, move it forward.
I don't know how to move. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm getting there. Okay, tell me when. Tell me where. There? That's good? Okay, all I do is I fold to the middle, kind of pressing the bubbles out. That's it. And then roll it until it's this nice little hot doggy looking thing.
And seam side down in your
Seam
pan.
side down. That's the seam side. You can barely see that it's
I
there.
was gonna say it. I didn't see a seam.
Da 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 da. And you just do that. And I like to spray my hands so that I don't have some people like to flip it and then flip it. If I spray my hands and I have this with a little bit of oil, I just put it in here and we're done. Does that make any sense? Done, dun, dun, dun. Tap it if you want, make whatever, it doesn't matter.
Imagine you throw it down on the counter.
Oh, you certainly can. You can throw it.
If you're having a bad day, you just
You
make
work
bread.
that bread if you're having a hard day. And that's it. What?
The wall works great.
Oh, no, we don't want to totally ruin it. So that's it. I'm just pressing to the middle and rolling it up, squishing the air bubbles out. That's a little bit bigger than I want, but it'll be fine. I was guessing. Okay, some people actually have a scale and measure and weigh their bread. That's more than I want to do. So sorry, I don't do it. I am like eyeballing. I'm making this simple so that I want to make it. And if I can make it simple enough that I want to make it and it's easy, then we're healthier and we eat good, you know? Oh, the best part about this bread, by the way, is you can make anything with it, by the way. You can make cinnamon rolls. You can roll it out and put cinnamon, sugar, and butter. But you can make cinnamon rolls. You can make scones, those fry bread. You just rip off a piece, flatten it out, fry it. So Navajo tacos. What else?
You can make
that.
pizza crust.
Yes.
Yep.
Tortilla shell, taco shells? No. You know.
No.
Wouldn't work. Okay.
Every time it starts to stick to me, that's when I'm adding more spray. This and this are not the same size. This is how I measure. I
Yeah.
about the same, right?
But you could roll it, I mean, not roll it, but you could push it out so it's like this whole circle has lines so you can divide it.
Oh,
with-
it's very,
yeah.
you could.
So you could, and that's what I do because all my pans are the same size and all of my bread bags are the same size. So I want them to fit in my bread bags before they go in the freezer.
Okay, does anybody need to practice shaping a loaf of bread? Anybody? I know you want to.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, okay, wash your hands. Where's your hand wash station?
Come back here.
Really quick, we're just going to show her that she can do it. It's really versatile. Any more questions? What other questions have we not covered?
So if you put more dough or saying your measurement makes it safe,
Yeah,
is that one that's bigger? Does it come out?
not necessarily. It just raises a little bit higher.
But you raise them the same amount of time.
Yeah, and so basically I'm going to take these and line them up and put I have what do you call those, flour sack towels? One that has no lint. And put that over top, and as soon as I can see the dough has risen enough to make a nice bump in that towel, then I'm like, okay, time to turn the oven on. And then let it preheat, and then I put them in.
And a lot of times I've noticed you will get a more successful bread in your oven if you preheat longer than what your oven says to preheat. So, because you want the racks to get as hot. You want everything to get just as hot as, so when you open that door to stick your bread in, that it's not losing like a ton. You're not going to be cold.
Like that one's not gonna turn out very big because I did not measure that very well.
I think you got it mixed up. There's the fat one.
I probably did. I should have taken a little bit there and put it there, right? Yeah, it's fine. It'll still be edible.
Pushing it forward to the mirror, you put one of the smaller ones off to the side.
That's, somebody should have kept track of me a little better. And that's okay. When you're not talking to a whole bunch of people, you can keep track of what you're doing better. Yes, ma'am.
I just had a question as far as, this says it makes 5 loaves.
Uh-huh.
And she says she fits 4 in her oven.
Oh, that's my own whole wheat recipe. Yeah.
But can you get the 5 loaves in your oven? What if you can't get
You
the
can.
5 loaves?
You can get 5
How do you
loaves
feel
in
about
your oven. Can you get 5 loaves in your oven?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go 4
You're going to have to
crusted
move
in
them
the
around
front.
a little bit, but you can.
Yeah, I even get 6 with these.
But even if you have to wait, so I have a combination
Okay,
microwave.
you ready?
convection.
All you're
Yeah.
gonna do is,
One bread pan.
here, let me make
Okay.
a mess.
Looks like a microwave, but it's convection, so I'm in a small place. And I just
We're gonna
take it
challenge
out on
her.
the counter and I just make my loaf one after
Like
the
what?
other.
Just fold it until you're happy and keep folding to
Like
the center and
pull it
pin.
out and
You
pull it?
can, and I go up here and press it to the middle. Press it to the middle.
Kind of like you're making a letter.
Yeah,
A what?
A letter when you fold.
Oh.
yeah. And you don't have to do it a lot.
See, look
You
how
just go
professional
until-
you're
look,
looking now. How nice.
And then you just roll it up like your hot dog bun or whatever you want to call that.
Does it matter which
Make
way you
hot
roll
dog
No.
it?
buns and hamburger buns.
Doesn't
and
matter.
that too?
You could.
I know, you usually do like a little
No, I usually use a different recipe.
something
Mine always are lumpy.
like that.
Yeah, and then you
Beautiful.
can pound on that sucker. Make sure it's, nice and even. And then throw it in there. Done. Just like that. Look at you. You can do that.
Yay.
All right. What was your name?
Trisha.
Trisha, thank you for coming up here and helping.
Here, Tricia.
Happy to have you guys here. Okay. What else do you need to know? I'm going to take my towel wherever it went. These will raise for probably 45-ish minutes unless I forgot and get distracted. They might go an hour.
So I put 30 minutes on the recipe, but that's just general.
It's general.
Yeah, and it depends where you have them set at. It depends
it's
on the
warm.
temperature in your home. So
So
it's
many.
all
It
subjective.
also depends if it's raining outside. That's it. The end. And then when they bump, like some of these, the super sad one in the middle, the small one, it's not going to bump as much. So watch the others. When they start to bump and they have a nice little rise, preheat your oven, cook it for 30 to 35 minutes, somewhere in there. And I usually tip them out and make sure the bottom is browned. You could stick a thermometer in and check the temperature. Anywhere from 190 to 200 degrees is great for bread. That means it won't be doughy in the middle. And then you enjoy and you slice it with this most amazing knife. Where did the most amazing knife go? I have one of these and it's amazing. So I don't know if you've seen these, but it is the best bread knife ever.
Yep. This is a Rada. Rada is made in Iowa, in Amish country. These are such excellent knives. It is a full tang, which means the blade goes all the way down to the bottom of the handle. And I had a bread maker. She'd been making bread for years. I came and taught a whole grain or a multi-grain bread class last year. And she sliced into her bread with this and she goes, oh my gosh, this is a great knife. She had been looking for a really good bread knife for a long time.
And it doesn't create a lot of crumbs.
Right.
Because some knives
And it doesn't
create.
squish your bread. These are just so nice. Such a great, and it, it's a company in the USA, which we like. So
Is it serrated?
it is serrated because it's serrated for a bread. Yep. So they have 2 different sizes. They have a 6-inch and an 8-inch size. So
Are those like your fabric scissors, you just only use one fabric.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Just about.
I have tomato knives for tomatoes. I have bread knives for bread. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
It's a thing.
So it is a thing.
Okay, what else? Are you ready to taste the bread or do you have more questions?
So after it gets ready to put in the oven or right before it gets all rice,
Uh-huh.
do you ever cut the top for better rice?
Not on the sandwich bread. I do on a French bread or on my sourdough bread, but I don't on these.
So what happens when you make, like I made a loaf of bread last night and I used Khorasan, however you say it.
You're close, you're good.
And it did okay, but then it cracked along the side a little.
Mine cracked too. Some of that,
I did something too
No.
much of something or not
No.
enough of something.
sometimes you knead it too much, or sometimes you add flour at the wrong time, or there's a lot of reasons why it happens. But it's still edible, and who cares?
Yeah, my grandkids walked in last night and I just got done. Can I have a
See?
slice of bread, Grandma?
Only the best can do this.
Oh,
So you're doing great. Okay, what else do you got? Any more? Have you learned something?
yes.
So I'm
Yes.
just noticing when you put your cover on your your bread, you put it down on it instead of trying to keep
Yeah.
it up off of the.
Yeah. It won't stick.
And then one of the things I like to do on my bread when it's all risen before I put it in the oven is I'll take an egg white wash and a pastry brush and I'll brush that egg white across the top and it makes it nice and shiny. I just like
Or
it
you
to
can
be
brush it
pretty.
with butter when it comes out.
Yeah, you can do
yeah.
butter.
I didn't do anything.
Do you freeze those loaves in the plastic bag?
Yes, yes.
So you just
Yep.
take this, throw it right in the freezer. When you're ready, pull it out and just let it sit on the counter for a couple hours till it's
Yeah,
hot.
and it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
They freeze beautifully. I mean, I haven't done Khorasan, but and we sell the bread bags. I also like to keep, because the bread will stay good for about a week until it molds, because there is quite a bit of moisture in it. But if you get one of those beeswax bread bags, then that helps to kind of wick some of the moisture away from it.
I don't like that as much with the sandwich bread.
Yeah.
I
and-
like it with sourdough, but not the sandwich
Yeah,
bread.
it'll wick away the moisture a little bit so that it will last a little longer than a week, is what I've noticed. It's not my husband's favorite. He says it dries out the bread too much, but we toast it anyway. I don't mind it, but yeah. If you eat it within a week, you're going to be good.
Can I extend the life by putting it in the fridge? You can.
You can.
So when I know it's been out for a couple of days, and I'm not going to use it immediately, then I'll put it in the fridge. So that helps a little bit. It does change. It changes the texture a little bit. So I don't love to do that, just if I'm desperate and I'm not going to be around. If I'm doing farmers markets, my life is, not my own. Okay, are you ready to try some? Do you have more questions? I'm happy to do questions all day long, so
Actually, let's do this. Okay, so we have butter, obviously, for your bread. We also have, this one here is Cox's Creamed Honey. Love it.
So good.
Okay, and then I have two. This is a little business here in East Idaho. They make jams. So I have brought you raspberry peach, and this one is huckleberry strawberry plum. So, and there's plenty more to have.
Fabulous.
There, yes.
Okay, but your very first bite needs to have nothing
on it because you want
have
to taste
know
the
what
bread.
it really tastes like.
Yes. Yeah.
Promise? But tell everybody how amazing this bread is. We
Yeah.
want some real feedback. Okay, I'm going to cut you real slices of this bread. Is that what we're
Yeah, that's what
anticipating?
we're going for. I'll
And
make
look
some
how
room
nice
over
this
here
is cutting.
to put the bread on.
Because I know you came for lunch, then this is going to be your lunch, right? Who's
There
up?
we go. Okay, come on up. Start here. Work your
Who
way
likes the
down.
end?
And then there's ice water at the end.
I can make this into cinnamon raisin.
Absolutely.
I can't get my butter to spread.
Well, that's not the bread's fault. Okay, you took your first bite.
Yep,
What
take
was it
your
like?
first bite.
What'd you think?
Delicious.
Delicious.
Yes, that's the texture I'm looking for.
Good.
That I haven't gotten yet.
Well, we're gonna help you with that.
My first one was a brick. I've made about 4 loaves, I think.
You know, it takes time to get past the brick stage.
I hope so.
It does. It's gonna be
I'm gonna try
okay.
this one today. By
You're so welcome.
Good.
And remember, you get 10% off any purchase in the store today just for attending the bread class. So if there's any items for your bread you want, like we sell Jamie and her husband's Khorasan and Spelt here, so you will get 10% off of that. If you want to take some home, all the ingredients, just not freeze dryers.
Yes.
Sorry.
Awesome.
Yes.
What is the best way to store? Freezer, fridge?
I put mine in the fridge.
Yeah, it says to store in the fridge.
Okay, what do you think? You haven't tried it yet. Hi.
It still works. Yeah, but I go through it because I'm making bread like every 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. And I recognize you.
So,
I bought the Khorasan and
Fabulous. How do you like it?
I love it.
Good. Good, good.
I actually, I made some cinnamon burst.
Yes.
We made cinnamon.
Yes.
We made cinnamon.
With cinnamon burst bread. Yes.
And my granddaughter.
if you have a compact, you'll want to make a smaller batch. But yes, if you have a compact,
The bread dough.
Oh, good.
so you'll want to do like,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
So you can, like, I would do like the one.
I love it.
recipe
That's
or
great.
Double that and make 2 loaves and your compact.
All right. What'd you think?
Oh, delicious.
It's good?
Really good.
Good. Thank you.
I made bread with it before, but not, I didn't know it would raise in the sun.
Yeah. It'll still be okay.
I'm going to take this.
Yeah. I turned it off.
It's okay. I'm turning it back on. Okay. Tell me what you think. Ready?
Oh, it's amazing. It's really good.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, take your first bite without anything on it.
Okay. What'd you think? Are you ready to tell us?
It's really good.
Awesome. Thank you.
For storing the berries, it comes in the clear package. Is that okay to keep in the? Should I keep it in a dry or a dark place?
The wheat stores better if it's cool, dark, and dry.
Okay.
So, ideally, that's great. If you're going to use it, within a couple months, it's not going to matter too much.
Okay.
If it's the flour, it's better cool, dark, and dry, for sure. So,
Because I'm gonna use it in place of my.
oh yeah. But like, I also mix in hard white with the Khorasan with the Spelt too sometimes, and that gives it just a phenomenal flavor too. Same texture,
Right.
but just play with it. It's very versatile. All right, what do you think?
But it's really good.
Good.
I'm a total white bread, sandwich loaf
Okay,
person.
but this is tolerable.
Yeah.
Good.
How's the flavor?
No, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah, I'm impressed.
I love it.
What do you think?
What do you think?
You don't think it's wheat bread?
You don't think so? It doesn't feel like it, huh? It doesn't feel like that hearty, heavy. Blah.
No.
Good. I love
Like
it.
wheat bread. Actually, you'd think it would be white bread if you didn't see the color.
It's very good.
It's very good. Do you want to?
Very, very good.
Thank you.
I can really taste the honey. It's good.
You can really taste the honey? Awesome. That's why it's a honey whole wheat bread. Is it overly sweet?
No.
Okay.
That's with the honey powder.
No, this one isn't.
Oh, that's right. These are with honey. We won't know what these are like. You'll have to let us know.
I'll
with
let
the
you know.
honey powder.
Can I ask you a question?
Can I record it for just in case?
Sure.
Okay.
If we mix Khorasan or Spelt with einkorn, do we follow the einkorn recipe or do we follow this recipe?
I would follow this recipe.
Okay,
But you can. You can follow it and see which one you like better.
okay.
Play with it.
I mean,
It's super
it
versatile.
just said to mix it until it's mixed and
Yeah.
then don't
And then
over mix it.
the einkorn said
The
that?
einkorn. said
Yeah,
that.
that's about average. I mean, that's usually what you do. Yeah. And that's what you're going to do with this too. Don't over mix it. Just mix it.
Okay, but it seemed like you ran it a long time.
I mean, a good 5 minutes. It was not that long compared. Like hard white wheat will go a good 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay,
So yeah, you can use either recipe. Try it and see which one you like better.
okay.
And then message me and tell me what you like.
What did you say about it?
Okay, do you want to tell me? What do you think?
It's so soft. It's really good.
Thank you. You just want. Oh, can I see it? We don't have to put you on video. Say that again. I just want it.
I just want it like this.
Awesome.
Is it delicious? Yeah, she first bite, she goes, yum.
I know, it doesn't even need bread and butter. I mean, well, it is the bread, but it doesn't need butter and jam. You know what I mean.
Okay. Not a good flavor.
Oh, sorry.
That's good flavor.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why my kids are like, Mom, make bread. I know, right? It makes great grilled cheese sandwiches, peanut butter and jam, you name it. French toast.
Maybe you can help
The
me.
lecithin and the dough enhancer.
Lecithin, there is lecithin in the dough enhancer. So
Oh,
kind of nothing.
Okay. I didn't know. I've not used either one, so.
And you don't have to, but you can.
Does
Because-
it make a difference in the texture?
Well, I didn't use dough enhancer in this one.
You didn't?
I ran out. So no, I didn't.
'Cause my
And-
bread is, I go to make a sandwich and it's crumbly.
Oh,
So
yeah, but the mashed potatoes make a difference.
I'm going to try that.
What do you think?
That's
Of
good.
it's good?
Yeah, it is very
Soft and not too crumbly and yeah. Awesome.
good. I'm excited to try it.
Oh, I need to cut some more.
You fight over the heels at your house?
Sometimes, but my grandma's not around.
My son and I used to fight over them.
My husband will eat them. But usually I'm the one that bakes the bread, so I'm the one that gets to grab it first.
They're hot. Do you always wait for it to cool off?
No,
Me either.
not for the ends, the bums. I don't know, what do you call it? The heel?
Yes. So maybe you have an answer to my
Okay.
question. So when I make my bread, sometimes it raises, then I put it in the oven, it falls.
Oh,
Or it just seems like it's not getting up to its full height, but then it also just falls in the oven.
what's your recipe?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you raising it twice?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mine doesn't usually fall. How's that for?
Yeah, and
I
then
don't
when I
know.
was at my daughter's in Kentucky, we made bread and it did the same thing. I think that one was, well, we did a couple times trying to get her used to making bread and stuff. I don't know.
Well, the Bosch helps because it kneads it enough and builds that gluten strong enough. So I think that helps more than anything.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Maybe try that. Do you have a Bosch? Okay. Okay.
My one thought was maybe the bread pans were too wide and it's not getting, and I'm just trying to wait for it to raise up and then,
That's possible. So like having a better bread pan, maybe where it's not quite so.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think? Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
How is it?
Very, very good. Very delicious. And it's soft.
Yes, yes.
It is very soft.
I know, right? It's the best part about it.
I like easy.
Easy as the, yeah. I can't
And
do
there's
it if
no-
it's too hard.
Perfect. It has to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's very versatile, very flexible. Yeah. Fabulous. I hope you make it. And it's wonderful.
will.
Good.
Thank you.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
You like it?
I
Good.
really liked it. It's soft. And I like the idea that you can mix in whatever you want.
It's really versatile. You can do so many things. And I've played with this recipe a lot.
It's great.
Good.
I had bought, I think it was the Khorasan, it may have been the other one, last spring from one, after one of our bread classes. Then I wasn't sure how to use it.
Oh, yeah.
Ancient grains, so that's why I asked her, you have a class for that?
Perfect.
So, yeah, so now I know that I can do it.
Not
And
as hard as you think it's going to be just by listening to ancient grains.
ancient grain sounds a little intimidating.
It does
Yeah.
sound intimidating because you're thinking, okay, is it going to be hard to work with?
No, you just have to make sure it's a little bit sticky so it'll soak up.
And I love that it's local, help support local farmers.
Thank you. Yes. We appreciate that.
Anything we can do for the farmers, they're just not appreciated near enough.
Oh, right? Thank you. We appreciate that so much.
You don't appreciate all the hard work that you guys go through.
Oh, wow.
I won't deny that. It is hard
It
work.
is hard. You want to split one with me?
And we're gonna be in trouble if we don't keep some farmers.
Right?
Jam, I'm just gonna have butter.
It's kind of a rough, but yeah. All right, what do you think?
It was delicious.
Thank you. Yes, there's more bread.
I'm like, I got one for my husband who went out to make the call, and I don't know where he.
Yeah, you gotta.
So I'm like,
It's all good.
snagged him before.
Yes,
Now I'm gonna try it with
the honey.
of this bread.
Oh, yes.
It was really good,
Thank you.
soft, and
I know, right? It's so better than you think it's gonna be.
Like, and my 3-year-old, she didn't want jam on it even.
I want to.
Isn't that the best?
Like this, I'm like,
I don't have a mill.
now you do.
Start with.
I have a KitchenAid mixer.
Uh huh. It does okay. But once it starts to climb the dough hook on your KitchenAid, then you want to stop and hand knead it after that. And probably knead it for another 5 minutes.
Wait, you need to do that if what?
If you use a KitchenAid.
Yeah, different mixer.
Yeah. That's creamed honey. It's so good. It's my favorite honey.
Thank you so much. This was a great class.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it, especially with the ancient grain stuff, because that's what I'm trying to do, is get away from the commercial.
And what kind of grains do you want to use?
Well, I just did, so I have a Bosch, I have this Bosch,
Okay.
and I just made 2 loaves of einkorn. So I ground it, milled it, right term, and it doesn't rise very much. It's pretty,
Yeah.
but the taste was really, really good. So I'm looking to mix maybe some Khorasan in there
Okay.
and see what.
I love to mix grains, like
I never
at minimum
thought of
2
it.
or 3. Most
So
people
I have
don't.
Spelt, I now got some Khorasan, and I've got some of the einkorn. So
Yeah, I would mix
try
all
all
three.
3 of them and just see. Now the thing with einkorn though is that it's very wet. So if I just follow that recipe, it doesn't
If you're
matter,
mixing
right?
grains, it's not going to matter.
Okay.
Because they complement each other enough to balance each other out.
With the way, because I noticed that it was really interesting. It was very sticky, and I didn't think it was going to rise.
Yeah.
And
But
boy,
it-
it just like exploded. So it was very easy. I mean, can't be easier with the einkorn recipe at all.
Right? Yeah.
So I'm going to try all 3 of them and see.
Let me know how you like it. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this is the bread that we made at our class today. I taught a bread class. We had flax in it, we did Khorasan and Spelt, and now we're gonna cut into it and see what we think. Okay, it's soft. The only difference in my normal bread is I used honey powder today. So we're gonna taste it, and what do we think?
It's all right.
That's all right. You can't tell a difference. Tastes like normal bread to me. Honey powder was a good thing.